All right, let's just jump right in. Look, everyone wants to figure out this whole making money online thing, right? But it always feels so complicated. Well, we're going to demystify all that. We're going to break down three tiny but super powerful products that just sell. So, is this you? Are you out there trying to build that online business? Maybe you're just trying to get your first few sales, or maybe you're trying to make those sales a little more consistent. If that sounds like you, then you are in exactly the right place. But here's the thing. Chances are you're probably making this way harder on yourself than it needs to be. So many of us, we dream of launching some massive 12-week course or this fancy high-ticket mastermind, but we haven't even sold a single $20 product yet. It's kind of backwards, isn't it? And that brings us to this huge myth that's floating around out there, this idea that tiny means weak, that to make big money, you've got to build something huge. But honestly, that's just not true. And this right here, this is the absolute heart of it all. The money isn't in the size of your product. It's in the clarity. See, the more specific and focused you are, the faster someone can look at what you've made and go, yes, that is exactly what I need. And boom, they buy it. It's that simple. So let's look at the two roads you can take. Over on the left, you've got that overcomplicated path that, let's be honest, most people try. The huge course, the complex funnels, the whole shebang. But on the right, you've got the tiny path we're talking about today. A simple, powerful stack, an ebook, a mini course, and a community. So let's start with number one, the OG of digital products. This is the absolute foundation for everything else you're going to build, the ebook. This is where your whole journey kicks off. Now, when I say ebook, please don't think I mean you have to write the next great American novel. No way. I want you to think of a short, tactical guide. We're talking 20 to 40 pages max. It's something a person can read in an hour and immediately get a result. You're not just giving them information, you're giving them a quick win. So to make this work, you've got to follow these three golden rules. First, speak to one person, just one. Don't try to write for everybody. Second, solve one pain point. Not 10, just one. And third, fill your ebook with actionable frameworks, not a bunch of useless fluff. And here's the secret sauce, the real goal of your first ebook. It's not just about making a few bucks. It's about getting proof. Proof that your idea actually works. Proof that people will give you money for your knowledge. And maybe most importantly, proof to yourself that you can actually do this thing. Okay, so once you have that proof, you're ready to level up. Let's move on to our second tiny product. This is how you build on that foundation, the mini course. This is your accelerator for turning that proof into real, actual profit. And the logic here is just so simple and so powerful. Your ebook told them what to do, right? Well, your mini course shows them how to do it. You're taking your customer from just knowing something to actually applying it. And that's where the value just skyrockets. And again, we are keeping it tiny. This is not some 12-hour college-level course. Nope, we're talking 60 to 90 minutes tops. A short, high-value training that gives people momentum. Seriously, you do not need a fancy studio or a huge production crew. Just remember this. Your customers are not paying for Hollywood-level production. They are paying for progress in their own lives. A simple webcam and a clear plan? That's really all you need to get started. All right, you did it. You've got proof from your ebook, and you're getting profit from your mini course. So what's next? How do you turn those one-time buyers into long-term fans? Well, that brings us to our third tiny product, the community. This is your engine for retention. Now, this is where the business model gets really powerful. Think about it. With one-off sales, you wake up on the first of the month, and you're back at zero. Every single month. It's a total grind. But with a community, you're building recurring revenue. You're not just trying to hit some new sales goal. You're literally raising the entire floor of your income. And this is the deep, human reason why it works so well. Your ebook or your course, they provide information, but a community, that provides connection. It gives people a space to actually use what they've learned and connect with others. People will pay you to learn, for sure, but they will stay because they feel like they belong. Okay, let's put it all together now. Because these aren't just three random products. When you stack them in the right way, they create this incredible self-sustaining system for your entire business. And here it is. You can see the whole flywheel in action. The ebook builds proof and brings in those first buyers.
From there, you guide them into the mini-course, which turns that proof into profit and really establishes you as an authority. And finally, you invite them into the community, which builds that long-term retention and recurring revenue. See how each step just perfectly fuels the next one?
And that's what a true system is all about. It's not about working harder. It is all about working smarter. It's about building an engine that ends up saving you a ton of time, energy, and money in the long run. You know, so many people get stuck just waiting for the perfect idea or the perfect time to launch. But the truth is, perfect never sells anything. Execution does. Starting small, keeping it simple, and just doing it now, that's the key.
So I'm just going to leave you with this one question. Forget about building a whole empire tomorrow. Just forget about that for a second. Think about this. What is one tiny problem that you can solve for one specific person right now? Because that's where it all begins.